So we're starting off with the fish, and it's about acquiring money. So this is, trying to accumulate money, and maybe there's an offer coming in as well with this Four of Hearts here. So there could be an offer coming in and it's all about work and about acquiring money. So there's some change coming in your life. Might be moving to do a job somewhere else. You've got some options available to you, so you might be considering them, but you are thinking about moving with regards to your work. So what's been going on with you is, you've been concerned about your health as well. You've been pretty worried about it. You might have illnesses that are very stress related, and that might be going on for you. So in the past, it's about accumulating money and working and trying to save, put some savings aside. You might have a little bit of financial difficulties and loss, and you've been dealing with that recently. Looks like the cupboard is a bit bare there. So you've got somebody around you that's pretty faithful, a very good friend, somebody that you rely on quite a bit. You've made a lot of good friends, and this might be somebody that's on the work front. You'll have a very stable kind of relationship going on. So going into the future, you've got the House card. So this is dealing with matters to do with a home, family issues. It could also be dealing with a family home or something that you've owned in the past. So this could be to do with something related to your family home. And there are some solutions that you're looking for. There are some problems that you're dealing with because you're looking for answers, and you will find those answers. And it will lead to a more stable situation. So there's some kind of problem involving a family home, and you are trying to find a solution to that particular problem. So dealing with financial matters and trying to accumulate money, there might be some move as far as work goes, a change in residence, and you are quite concerned about your health at the moment. So coming up in the future, like I said, so you've got the Nine of Pentacles over here. So you have accomplished quite a bit over here, and you've been focusing mainly on your work and really enjoying doing it. You've acquired a lot of knowledge from it. You've got this elephant over here. You've got Venus in Virgo over here. So, you're enjoying your work. It's got a lot of there's a lot of mental activity involved within this work. You're expecting something good to come off it. You're waiting for, all the payoff to come off from it. But it has made you financially independent, and you are working alone, and you're getting a lot of recognition for the work that you've been doing. It's pretty good. It's blossoming, it's growing as you're doing it. So, it's not stagnant. And you're not in a downward trend, you're really in an upward trend. So this is the card of accomplishment. Looks like things are going the right way there. So what's happening with you? You've got the Nine of Cups over here. So this is some happiness coming in, abundance coming in for you. So, you needn't be worried. I know this is the Nine of Pentacles. That's generally a card ruled by Virgo, and there's always a bit of stress where Virgo appears in the spread. But it looks like, with this happiness, the Jupiter in Pisces, Jupiter, is the card of expansion, and it looks like a lot of abundance coming in with this Jupiter and a lot of happiness. You could be working with somebody, this could be a relationship in itself, or this could be a business partner that you're working with, but somebody around you that's very supportive and allows for abundance to come in. And you've got the Empress card over here. So this is attaining everything. It's the card ruled by Venus over here. So Venus is, the goddess of luxury and wealth and abundance and prosperity, and that looks like it's coming in for you. So you are sitting and waiting for it to come in, and it looks like it is going to be coming in. You've got this dove flying in over here, and there's a lot of peace and harmony as well coming in. So whatever this Nine of Cups is, this is also about peace, happiness, harmony, being satisfied. And this Empress card is showing that, you are sitting and waiting for it, and it is going to be coming in. So you are very hopeful, and there is a lot of abundance coming in for you. So in the past, you had the Three of Wands. You're working with a lot of people, collaborating. You've got Sun in Aries over here. So, you've been very focused on your work over there, and you've been in a leadership kind of position over here. So you may be working with lots of different people, working with projects, and you've been in charge of it. And it's been quite prosperous, actually. So what's been happening in the past? So you're a bit upset about a loss of maybe a relationship, because this is a cups card, so it's about water and emotions, really. And there's been some kind of cut off. You've got Saturn here in Pisces over here, and there might have been some deception within that relationship, and maybe you've severed ties with this person. So you are very, very upset about the loss of this relationship. You can see this person's crying about all the spilt cups over there, and it seems like you're inconsolable. Nobody can make you feel better about the situation. So you are pretty upset about the loss of a relationship that you've had, and you are still crying about it. It seems like it was cut off. But because there's Pisces over here, it looks like there might have been some kind of deception. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Maybe you had false ideas about what that relationship was, and it just didn't work out. And this is the reason why it has broken off. And you are still crying about that. So what's in your mind is about accumulation of wealth. So you want to focus on your career. You've got the Sun in Capricorn over here. You're quite ambitious, and you do want to focus in on bringing in the money. You can see this man's walking in with a big sack. I don't know if you can see that. He's walking in with a big sack of on his back to this big building. So you're trying to accumulate your wealth, maybe put it away into a bank, so that there's not so much of loss over here. And you're also trying to build a career for yourself, build something for yourself that's going to be long term, and going to bring in some money. So you're working pretty hard towards that goal. So going into the future, you've got the Six of Cups over here, and this is thinking about things that happened in the past. So, you are facing some kind of demons from the past. With Sun in Scorpio over here, it's made you pretty unhappy about the whole situation. You're obsessing a little bit about the past, about what happened in the past, and all the people that bullied you, or you could even be thinking about your mother quite a bit, and all the rules and regulations that was put down. So you are looking into the past quite a bit, looking to your past maybe for some lessons, or taking in those lessons and using it, in your daily life. Maybe you felt things in the past were too restrictive as well, or, things that happened, should not have happened. So you are considering the past quite a bit. You could be also in charge of a lot of children, or looking after your children and laying down the law, really. That could well be the case with this Sun in Scorpio. So this is quite your card, but this is also, maybe even you're romanticizing the past. But with this big mother figure over here, it's showing the people in the past always seemed bigger. Their rules always seemed harsher than what they really were. So maybe that's how you're looking at it, that maybe you were dealt a really strict, stern hand, and you're looking to see whether or not how that has affected your life right now. So you are looking at the past to see how it's affected your current situation. So what's happening with you? You've got the Four of Wands. You've got success coming in for you. You've got Venus in Aries over here. So you are taking charge, getting some stability, and getting a leadership position. So that looks like that's going to be coming in for you, if it hasn't already. And you can see taking, control, taking charge. The Four Pillars showing, quite a lot of stability coming in, quite a lot of success. And it is the success card. So around you've got the Strength. So whatever problems you are dealing with, you've got to stand up for yourself. You've got to take the initiative. You've got to be very definitive about what you do with the Strength card. So this is being bold and, taking charge of that situation and preventing anybody from telling you what to do. And you've got to be very proactive. This woman's wearing a very red dress, which shows that, you have to go for it. You have to take charge. You've got to be the one that, controls whatever goes on. And you'll be able to do it with the Strength card. And, you've got to show people that you've got the confidence to do this. So there's no place for a lack of confidence over here, because the vultures are waiting over there on the tree. So if you're showing any kind of, what is the word for it? Where you don't have confidence, if there's any kind of flaw in how you're presenting yourself, they will attack. So you have to make sure that, you've got all your bases covered. So, you're not vulnerable. Don't show any kind of vulnerability. You've got to be very firm at what you do and just go for it. You've got the Death card over here. Now, this is the card of Scorpio, and this is the card of transformation. It's also a card of trying to cut out things that are no longer serving you. So this is also, you can see this scythe or sickle has got a red handle. So this is being very proactive in cutting out the people. So you can't just expect them to walk away from you. You want to do that. So this is what, this is your aim. Your aim is to just physically get rid of people from your life that are no longer serving you. It's almost like heads would roll kind of thing. So, you are not happy to deal with the past anymore, and you want to cut out that past and cut out all the people that are involved with that past. So you're making up your mind, or you've made up your mind to do that. So going into the future, you've got the Three of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So these are three, I would say, rather miserable cards, because you've got the Three of Swords, and this is crying about things that have happened in the past. So you are trying to find your balance again. You've got Saturn sitting here in Libra. So it's very, very difficult. Saturn is a very restrictive planet. It is a planet of detachment, trying to detach from the past. And you're finding it very, very hard to get your balance. And you're feeling very lonely and despondent, and like you've got no communication going. And whatever is being said to you, it drew blood. So it's almost as though, because all these swords are bloodied, the words are very, very harsh, and you're feeling very alone, very afraid almost about what had happened, afraid of the future, because you can see this window is very small. This person cannot look out this window, so you're not seeing the future. You're letting your sorrows get in front of your vision for the future. So you need to make a plan, and you need to come out of that feeling of being depressed. You've got the Seven of Pentacles over here, so you feel as though everything failed. You were let down. You also feel as though, you have some problems with money as well. So you're a failure financially, with this Saturn sitting in Taurus, and Taurus being about personal wealth or personal goals. You do feel like everything has let you down. But if you look in the distance over here, you've got these Pleiades stars over here forming a ring. And this is about hope for the future. And if you just look up, if you just look out of the situation, you can overcome it. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is you feel like you've invested in something and that didn't pay off, and that has made you feel like a failure. That all your efforts and energies that you put, all the work that you put into some situation did not pay off. And this is why you are feeling so despondent. But like I said, there is the Pleiades stars over there, and that is about hope, and that is about moving past this block, because both these cards are so, are feeling so despondent, so depressed. And then you've got the Nine of Swords, where everybody turned against you. You were left alone, and it's a card of anxiety. You've got Mars in Gemini over here, feeling very anxious, very restless in the mind. Feeling miserable, really. And that's where you seem to be focusing your energies on what happened, how nasty people were. You're crying about it. You feel like you're a failure. So there's a confidence issue going on over here. Now, the Strength card is telling you need to get over that. Because if you get over that, you'll be able to conquer anything. And everything is going your way. You will get success coming your way. You will be successful. Maybe what you had to give up was something that you needed to give up. And it was not good for you. It was not serving you right. And you've got the Nine of Cups over here. So some happiness is coming in for you. So you need to see past this block that you've got. And it's almost like a mental block. because you're still thinking about all the things that these people have done and these people have said, and how cruel they were, and how you were victimized in that particular situation, and how nobody would help you. And that's why you're feeling so like you want to throw everything away. You can see this person's throwing everything that they had in their hand on the floor, and is sitting over there, with not knowing what to do. Even here, it seems like, almost a helpless situation. But you are not helpless, because you do have the strength to get on with it, and you do have the strength to succeed. So whatever you're going through, it looks like, it's more your thoughts and your depression that is blocking you, rather than the fact that there's anything coming out from, because you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is a success card, an accomplishment card. You've got the Nine of Cups, which is a happiness and fulfillment card. And you've got the success card coming up. So whatever depression you're going on, you need to actually get out of that situation. Stop thinking and stop dealing with the past, because it's always going to look bigger than it is, because you've got Six of Cups over here. All the things in the past always look like, they had much more power than they actually did. So, everything seems to be amplified with that depression. So you need to get your thoughts in order and get out of that. And if you need to speak to somebody, it's important to do that, because you need to have some kind of hope for the future. It's very important to have that hope for the future. So you've got the Four of Spring over here, and I'm using the Animal Tarot for this, and it says it's time to kick back, relax, celebrate all that you have. Joy arises from successes in your career, the completion of a project, or a happy home life. So with the Four of Spring, there's stability coming in over here, and this is also the Four of Wands card. This happiness, stability coming in with happiness. There you go. Success and accomplishment coming in, and you need to pat yourself on the back and say that you have been successful. You were not the failure. You are not a failure. You are a complete success, and you need to recognize that. So you've got the King of Summer over here, and this is a trustworthy person or relationship enters your life, and you might receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly to you from the heart. So you do need to speak to somebody and get that advice and get that emotional support that you are very lacking, it seems, in the spread. You do need to speak to somebody and let it all out. Find that friend. There is somebody around you, with this Nine of Cups, there is somebody there that can help you get through this, so that you need to speak to that person and, tell them how you're feeling and get it off your chest, really. And the Prince of Summer is a deeply emotional experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such encounters, so stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. So it looks like, you're going to have to speak to somebody. There is something coming in with the Prince of Summer, which is the Prince of Cups. There's some kind of offer coming in, an offer of friendship, an offer, with somebody lending you a shoulder to cry on. And I think that is an offer that you do need to take. If somebody comes in and offers you that, because it looks like you have a lot of things that you need to let off your chest, because you are successful, but you're not viewing it as a success because of the emotional trauma that you have gone through. And it is time to actually release that in order for you to move forward. This idea of cutting it out with the Death card is very important. You do need to go and follow that particular pathway, and you have to have that confidence to be able to do that, because you are successful and you are good at what you do, and you need to recognize that. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you. Couldn't find the word. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.